Hi everyone, gonna do an update on the feeds, what's going on right now. Cody has been trying to pin this whole mess on Tyler, throwing in little subtle, not so subtle hints as to why they're in this mess. And I do not think Enzo is really buying it. There is this rift between Enzo and Cody, and that's the whole Danny situation. Getting rid of Danny does not benefit Cody. So he's gonna end up having to take the L on this one. They want to target her, and he's just gonna have to kind of let it happen. And then once she's gone, he could pick up that relationship, hopefully, with Enzo. But as of right now, Tyler and Enzo have this common ground where they just want Danny out of the house. So this whole wall yeller situation, if it did anything, it really woke Ian up. He is finally woke, and though he's not 100% on everything he's saying, he's making somewhat sense. But you know, I'm glad that he is finally playing. He is awake and wanting to go after these big players. So if there's a power, give it to Ian. You know, I mean, I hope he's able to do it. I know he's been talking about these revelations that he's having to Kevin and to Bay, and Day now knows through Kevin. I don't think Kevin said specifically that it was Ian, but Day and Ian are going to chat. I wish they would be putting this energy into getting Christmas to leave this week and Kaysar to stay. So that would be ideal, but it doesn't look like they're putting the energy into that. Right now they're like, okay, Kaysar, when you go blow up Danny's game, like, do us a favor and help us out in the game, pretty much. And if I were Kaysar, I'd be like, no, why would I do that? I really don't care. You guys, I've been trying to tell you all of this for so long, and you guys have ignored me and dismissed me, so it's just too little too late. Like, whatever. Kaysar's face must be like, oh my god, like, finally it took this wall yeller, it took all of this. I've been trying to get them all on board and tried talking to them, and he just wasn't getting anywhere with them. Ian, I think I mentioned in my other video, was having a talk to the camera, and it's different than what he was talking to Kevin about. So it's very possible that Ian is stressing so much the Nicole and Cody situation and saying that they are the head of everything, and just trying to light, I guess, this fire under Kevin as a way of getting him and maybe others to do the dirty work, to get rid of Cody, to really go after them. Or maybe he just truly believes this, and maybe he had a change of heart, you know, who knows? Apparently he did have DR sessions where he was talking about his concerns about these big players in the house, but we haven't seen it. So I think the most important part is Ian has realized that he is not a part of the core. He does think it's Nicole and Cody, but I think he's missing that Enzo is, he does think that Enzo is connected to them, but Enzo's a big part of it, Tyler's a big part of it, Danny's a big part of it. So yeah, he was talking about Derek and how he set up Cody and Nicole. It was just funny that he brought up Derek, and everybody on the outside is talking about how Derek set up this whole pre-game alliance along with Dan. Which I think it's also Dan's birthday today, so happy birthday, Dan Giesling. Ian, however, won't put Nicole on the block if he wins HOH, which is understandable. Nicole wouldn't put him up. You know, he says that he would get her out, final three, and knock her out. So I thought it was really funny that Davon told Bay that the guys see her as their Victoria, and Bailey was offended. I'd be offended too, but I thought it was so funny. Bay's not Victoria. Kevin, Ian, and David were talking about shaving their head for an HOH, and David said he wouldn't do it, and then Ian's like, well, then you don't want it enough. Which is true. If you want it, you'll do it. David actually said that he wishes he was watching this instead of playing it, and we're all like, yeah, you know, I don't even know what to even say about that. Obviously he doesn't know what he's doing. He probably should just be watching it. So Ian was talking to Cody, trying to get him to throw HOH. Cody was asking him who he would target, and he was like, well, I've been hearing that a lot of people have been saying Bay and Day's names. Like, he's just kind of like dancing around the question, which he does a lot. He doesn't flat out say things. He kind of, you know, maneuvers his way around it. I don't know how Cody, you know, Cody's probably suspicious that Ian's, you know, commenting about him throwing it to him, because Ian said if it's a knockout comp, like, throw it to me, like, I want to win, I want to make a move, you know? And I honestly do hope that Ian stays long enough to win stuff and make moves, because my favorites haven't been able to do anything. Janelle got out and Kaysar is likely to go next without really being able to do anything, which sucks. But if somehow, which Cody wouldn't, throws HOH to Ian, I could see it being like an Ollie dance situation and Ian putting Cody on the block or backdooring him, since no one really cares about fighting to keep Kaysar this week. I guess what we can hope for is a good HOH reign next week, targeting Cody or Danny, Nicole. That would be great and really interesting. So yeah, I think it was Day and Kevin talking, saying if they won HOH, that it would be a Nicole and Ian nom with a Cody backdoor, which, I mean, see if they're even able to do that. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on what's going on in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe. More BB content on the way.